Made some great catches. I thought Boogie stepped up. Stephon Johnson stepped up, made some critical plays for us. But all in all, it was just a matter of what was available and not trying to take too many of those shots because it does put our offensive line behind the eight ball. So I can't complain without it turned out.
You got a quarterback that's banged up to some degrray.
He threw it 57 times.
He threw it 57 and ran 11, I think. So 68 times he's right in the middle of stuff.
Yeah, MVP, right? No, he's playing his ass off right now and super competitive. Love everything he's doing. He's fighting through practice. There's no question he's banged up, and we'll see how he feels tomorrow. But he finished that thing, and he finished it with a flurry. Is he tired? He's exhausted, but he'll be ready to go.
Stephon, he's kind of had an interesting recruiting process. Can you kind of take us through your view of how he got to Oklahoma State?
We had evaluated him, and I really liked him on tape, and he made an early commitment, I think, to go to Oregon. Not sure what happened there, whether or not it was us that showed more interest and then he flipped at that time. I can't remember how it went, but he was a kid that was committed to Oregon, and then we went down and kind of got him a little bit later in the process. We had a spot open up, and we went after him. At that time, we really didn't have anything. We were in that class pretty deep in talent, and we had some guys already done. But we had one more pop, and we went after him, and I'm glad he's here, no question.
He more than doubled his season-long catch total today. Did you learn anything about Stephon?
Competitor, loves to play the game. That kid's bouncing around that locker room right now. He's having fun, but he's always bouncing around. He's always like that. It comes off the sideline. If he's banged up or he takes a shot or something, it doesn't faze him. I mean, he just bounces back up and starts running around again, and very vocal. I think he's going to be a great leader for us down the road. He's just a young guy right now, but he's one of those guys that people kind of gravitate to because of his personality. So I'm happy to see him have the success, tonight. And he was in a position where he had to step up with, Braden down and not playing. We walked out the two true freshmen at Z, and I thought they did a good job. Boogie really stepped up.
To have that charisma, you're talking about, how important is that to have as a freshman?
It's important from the standpoint that I think his best days are in front of him still. I think that he's not at shock, or he's not in shock at all about the big stage. Obviously, we saw that tonight. So I feel comfortable with him being out there and playing. Sometimes guys get a little bit, nervous, a little bit wide-eyed, a little bit, looking at the crowd. And hell, I remember, James one time, and we're playing, and he'd been playing a few games, Washington, and we go down to play OU, and I was like, James, Jesus, man, you run the wrong route, drop the ball. I was like, Coach, you see all these people out here? So, and here's a guy that ends up being a second-round draft pick. Now, he's a true freshman at the time, but he played a few games, and he was still in that stage of trying to fight through all the distractions that a big game like that can cause. And, Boogie just doesn't seem to be fazed by it. So, happy to see it.
Boogie?
That's his nickname.
Boogie. Where'd that come from?
I think it's because he used to dance as a little kid, but everybody calls him Boogie. I mean, I don't call him Stephon. It's Stephon Johnson, but it's Boogie.
For most of the year, you guys have seemingly been ahead, trying to hold a lead at the end of the game. What was it like? Did you learn anything about yourself, about the position to go out and take that one at the end?
A little bit. Not necessarily. Our offense is built to try and play fast. For us to be behind by 2-3 scores isn't a scary thing. It's the harder thing for us is trying to finish it when we're ahead. I mean, that's because we're not a ball-up, smash-you team. We're a wide-open team and an aggressive passing team. We threw 57 times. So that's just who we are. So it's harder for us to actually spin it back and go the other way. Easier for us to be, I don't want to be behind, but easier for us to play from behind than it is to play from behind.
Is that a number that would have surprised you had you noted now, the throwing it 58 times? No. Was that just a belief in the belief in the?
We wanted to get the ball out and get our perimeter guys, namely the spots, going. We wanted to get Brennan going. We wanted to get JP going. We wanted to spit the ball, make the big dogs inside run a little bit, and hopefully slow them down. They're good. I mean, give credit where credit's due. Texas front is very good. So, to just think we're going to line up and smash it down their throat, you got another thing coming. So, we just felt like if we could tire them out a little bit by making them run side to side, eventually maybe we'd get some run yards in there, some rush yards later in the game, and we got some. We were able to move the ball effectively enough in the running game towards the end of the game to try and pull back into it and obviously pull ahead.
And JP, there's a report on the radio that he's going to be out for the game, and then we see him out on the next series catching balls over the middle on third down and taking some big hits.
JP's fine.
He's fine. What is it about him in third down?
I love going to him. He's sure-handed. He's smart. He gets himself open. He separates. Our quarterback has confidence in JP. We all do. We all do. So he's leading our catch ratio. We have a little competition going on in our room for who's got the highest catch percentage, and I think he's leading it. Last year he won it. I think he was 25 for 25. So pretty good. You're batting 1,000 catching football. And I don't know what he is now. I think maybe he has one drop at this point. So he's got one drop, and however many catches that is, 50, probably, something like that. That's something Larry Fitzgerald will be happy with.
What does Spencer's toughness mean to this offense?
Everything. When he steps up like that as a quarterback, who doesn't want to step up? If I'm a big dog and I've got an ineligible number on and I don't follow his lead, man, I'm crazy. Your quarterback is not the guy that's supposed to be the one grinding it like that. Sometimes they're just the pretty boys, but he's straight blue collar all the way. And love every second of what he's doing for us right now. And certainly his character and determination and ability to get back out there and play with pain. We all know he's in pain playing right now. And he's playing his ass off. So I tip my hat to Spencer.
How do you guys kind of thread the needle? Because obviously he's going to go out there and he's going to dive headfirst on fumbles and try to pick up extra yardage into the teeth of the defense. So knowing that he is the guy, how do you guys kind of thread the needle of, okay, we have to let you do what you want to do, but we can't let you get injured? Or is there a thought process there?
We try to dial it back just a little bit on the quarterback run stuff if we can. I know you guys don't think we do, but we actually do. Sometimes some of the quarterback runs that he ends up getting statistically were called throws. And he scrambles and takes off, and then they chalk it up as a run. So you go, carried the ball 13 times. Well, not really. He probably carried the ball 4 times. And the other 7 were scrambles, and he knows he can escape and run, and those are some of his biggest plays in the run game for us, and really in the pass game too. So, and he had a couple tonight. He had some huge ones tonight, right down the guts. And so for him, just trying to dial it back a little bit with called quarterback runs, trying to keep him healthy. If you lined him up all the time like that and just ran him to death, we'd have him powdered, and so we're not trying to do that.
Is there a difference for him when he's thrown over the middle versus outside the numbers?
I don't know. I haven't done that statistical look. I haven't broken that thing down yet. I think right now, if I saw something, obviously we'd go back and take a look. But interceptions, catch percentage, completions. I don't see anything glaring. He throws a great ball to the perimeter, and he throws it really good, but he loves throwing the ball over the middle. The deep ball, his touch has improved so much, and he's hanging it out there, and he's putting it in a position for the guys to go get it, and he's throwing it on time. So Spencer just continues to play better and better.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.